My work is mostly example of something called art thinking, which is not art making. It's not producing works of art, but it's identifying a certain freedom of connections that allows me to understand things better. So art is a way of organizing and acquiring knowledge and not just making things. And most art schools, for me, are craft schools or behavior schools. That is, you learn how to do things and you learn how to behave like an artist. In my case, we were subject to endless slideshows, which led me to sleep in part, led me also to resent the interpretations the teacher was giving to what was being shown, which I not always saw in the picture. So I felt there was an arbitrary relation from the teacher to the image, and then through the image to us as students. It made me challenge the whole notion of art history, actually. Why were we seeing this and not other stuff that might or might not be more, if not more important in art history, at least more revealing for what we as students were concerned with. It made me realize that art history is written in power centers, and that the power centers determine what is good art and what not. And the people are never asked about their opinion on that. Well, the art history lesson, nothing happens in that lecture. There's no image. It's purely a projection of light in the shape of a projected slide. So it's empty frames. Where the projection hits, there's a piece of plexiglass or glass that reflects the light and therefore bounces. And the projectors are all carousel projectors, so that there's a click for each projector whenever the slide moves, and they're all at different timings, so that you have sort of a background music and a light show, and nothing else. So you can project into the space whatever you want and make up your own art history, which is really what interests me. So it's a shift of power from my old teachers to the people where it belongs. In the future, it may be an historical piece, not in terms of art history, but in terms of being dated, because I don't know how art history will be taught 20 or 50 years from now. To that, it's added the whole notion of slide projectors, which already today are very difficult to get. So it's not anymore a paradigm of showing as it used to be, and it becomes like an act of nostalgia. In any case, it's not geographically bound. I think everywhere there's the same methodology for art history, or there was. So it's not a local piece, it's not a folkloric piece or exotic piece. It's one of the few valid global tools. Whenever I set it up, the number changes. So by now, this is number 6. It's the 6th lecture on the history of art, and hopefully there will be many more.